I want to get some perspective on what has taken place with the raid at Mar-a-Lago with one of our favorite people who serves in the nation's capital, and I mean serves the country rather than serves himself. I'm referring to 3rd District Congressman out of the great state of South Carolina, Jeff Duncan. Welcome back to the broadcast, Jeff.
Well, Vince, thanks for having me on, and thanks for your words just now. You know, they are trying to bait us into some sort of insurrection-type event, like that's what they call it anyway, January 6th, so that they can exert more control. So we have the right to protest. We have the right to let our voices be heard, and we are doing that through social media and other ways. But just wanted you to know, and your listeners to know, you know, Kevin McCarthy, Jim Jordan, Jamie Comer, Jeff Duncan, a lot of others are calling for an investigation into what's going on with the FBI. And, you know, what's alarming is that we had the Russia hoax, we had the Steele dossier, we had 2 impeachments, we had Hillary Clinton destroying servers, we had Hunter Biden's laptop. The FBI has failed us in every one of those instances.
It's pretty extraordinary. And here, for the very first time, this administration has taken to, let's just call it what it is, invading the private residence of a former president. This, I don't know how else you can couch this. This is a political act, isn't it, Congressman Jeff Duncan?
Yeah, I think it is. But, you know, let's keep in mind that getting a warrant is very difficult. You've got to prove to a federal judge that there is due cause and that a crime has been committed. So steps were taken. When all this is revealed and the affidavit is made public, which that will happen, we'll have a little more revelation into this. But I can tell you, Republicans are going to make sure that every T was crossed, every I was dotted, and this was done correctly. And it wasn't politically motivated. We all believe that it was. But the FBI had to convince a federal judge to issue a warrant, they had to have some sort of information that, you know, the president, the former president of the United States had something that they wanted to go after with a search warrant. I mean, there's got to be specificity in a search warrant, you know, location, what exactly they're going after. They just don't have a general warrant. They can't just go in and, you know, carte blanche take things like personal journals or documents. They have to have it all specifically lined out in that warrant, and that's what I want to see.
That's what I want to get down to brass tacks on. Okay, let's assume there are classified documents that belong to the National Archive Department, and they have been recovered. The FBI has recovered those. So what are they going to do? Are they going to prosecute? Are they going to arrest Donald Trump and put him in prison?
You know, I don't think so. But they're trying to invalidate his ability to run for office again. This is all about their hatred for Donald Trump, their hatred for his type policies that are limited government, tariffs on adversaries like China, an America First policy that focuses on the United States and its citizens and its businesses first and foremost. They detest that. They detest us as Americans. I believe they just 87,000 new IRS agents in this bill the Senate passed and the House will take up on Friday. They're weaponizing the IRS. We saw that under Obama. We're seeing this is Obama 2.0. Now they're weaponizing the DOJ. It is really incredible. But the curtain's being pulled back on the Wizard of Oz, and we're actually seeing a side of America that Americans like you and I knew to exist, but now we're actually getting a full glimpse into how deep state has weaponized these agencies and are anti-American in so many ways. Anti-Constitution, anti-constitutional liberties anyway.
I was just listening to a conversation with our mutual friend, Senator Mike Lee, who made an interesting observation about this addition of IRS agents. This basically means the IRS will have more employees than the Pentagon and the FBI. This is absolutely sobering that you would basically cause this agency to balloon to a point that they're actually proposing here, which is absolutely insane. We only have a couple of minutes left here. Where does this go from here, Congressman Jeff Duncan, what do we expect here in terms of next steps? You said, obviously, we're going to get, at some point, a chance to see this affidavit. What do we see unfolding in the coming days here?
Well, a continued push for a revelation of what that warrant included, the affidavit, so we can see what they were going after exactly and what charges they had to convince the federal judge to issue that warrant in the first place. And then we just got to win in November so that we have the oversight capability come January to get Christopher Wray and AG Garrick Marlin. And so, there's so many oversight needs that it's mind-boggling. We've got to look at the border and what DHS is not doing down there. We've got to look at the IRS and the need for 87,000 new agents. We've got to get the Attorney General in on this issue. We've got to get other members of the FBI in about, this particular issue. We have so much to bring energy companies in and make them justify their existence because they were created to end our dependence on foreign sources of energy, and we're more dependent today than we ever have been. So we've got to have the oversight capability. That means we've got to win in November, take back the House, hopefully take back the Senate, hold this administration accountable for so many things. Like I said, it's mind-boggling when I think about it.
The pace of this is absolutely dizzying, no question about it whatsoever. Congressman Jeff Duncan, we very much appreciate your presence in the nation's capital and the stand that you take for liberty, and we will watch with you as these events unfold. Thanks for coming on the broadcast this morning.
Absolutely, Beth. God bless, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Congressman Jeff Duncan, one of the good guys there in the nation's capital, who recognizes the assault on America and Americanism that we are observing right now.